Good evening, Miss. I'm Alexia Rizal, and today I'm going to be performing renal shaving. So first is we're going to check the doctor's order. So this is to ensure that the procedure is indeed prescribed and appropriate for our patient. Then next is we're going to introduce ourselves to the patient and explain the procedure to the patient. So by doing this, we are building trust and also building rapport and reducing the anxiety our patient may feel. So for example, good evening, ma'am. I'm Aisha Jerizan, and I'm going to be your host for today. And I'll be doing renal shaving to you. So renal shaving is done to remove the hair around the perineum so as to improve visibility and also cleanliness during procedures such as childbirth. Then after that is we're going to provide privacy by closing the door, during the curtains, and closing the windows. So this is to maintain the patient's dignity and also for their comfort. Then after that is we're going to prepare or bring all the materials to the bedside to ensure that we have an efficient flow and also to avoid any interruptions. So here we have our tray with lining, and this contains a razor, our cherry balls, our cherry ball, this is cherry balls, dipped with betadine, then our forceps, dipped in Sidex. We also have our kidney basin, our bedpan, our pitcher with warm water, our absorbent pad, and our blanket. So this this has a dip in Sidex. Sidex is high level disinfectant which eliminates or destroys pathogenic microorganisms, and this is mostly used for instruments that are heat sensitive and also um, delicate. Then after that is we are going to put the absorbent pad underneath the patient to maintain cleanliness and also to prevent soiling. After that is we're going to place the patient on the bed pan to touch the water that we're going to pour later on, and also to put the patient in dorsal recumbent position. So we're going to put them in a dorsal recumbent position in order to have the perineal area exposed and also for easy access in shaving. Then after that is we're going to drape the patient using our back blanket. This is to provide warmth and also privacy, only exposing the perineal area. Then after that is we are going to wash our hands to remove any microorganisms that may harm our patient. After washing our hands, we're going to don gloves on our non-dominant hand. So why non-dominant hand? Because this hand is what we're going to use when stretching the perineal area when shaving. So we have to have the perineal area smooth and flat to avoid cuts and nicks. Okay, after donning, we're going to pour warm water on the perineal area to soften the hair and the skin. And after that is we're going to apply betadine using our dressing forceps. And we're going to do it in the anterior posterior stroke or front to back motion. So this is to prevent the reintroduction of any microorganisms from the anus to your vulva. And after each stroke is we're going to discard the cherry balls. After applying betadine, we are going to shave the perineal area using our razor, our clean safety razor. So in shaving, we must remember what the doctor ordered. So there are three types of shaving: complete shaving, partial shaving, mini prep shaving. So complete shaving is when you shave the entire pubic hair starting from the mons pubis to the perineum. Like that. Then complete shaving is used for procedures that requires full exposure of the perineal area. Then partial shaving is done when you are shaving only half of the vulva, starting from half of the vulva down to the perineum, and this is done when only part of the vulva and perineum is needed for special procedures. Then lastly, we also have mini prep, which is done by shaving the pubic hair located one third below the vulva down to the perineum. And this is mostly done for minor procedures that needs minimal exposure. So then aside from the types of shaving, we also have to take note of the type of hair a patient has. So if a patient has coarse hair, then we have to shave uh, in the direction of the hair flow. But if she has fine hair, then we have to shave against the direction of the hair flow. So, for example, a patient here needs complete shaving and she has coarse hair, so we need to line the vast difference for that structure about after shaving is we're going to rinse the perineal area using the warm water and pat dry using cherry balls. So by doing this step is we are rinsing the perineal area and removing any residues such as hair or any betadine that's left in the perineal area. This is also to avoid any irritation afterwards. Then after that is we're going to do aftercare. So by removing the pet pad, the absorbent pad, helping the patient get dressed and also removing this background. Then we're also going to position the patient comfortably and throw all of the used materials in the waste receptacle and remove our gloves and do hand washing. So hand washing is important so as not to spread any microorganisms from patient to another patient.